Hi, Dr. Marianne here. I want to share with you the letter H. We have Halloween that we're going to be celebrating this month. It's also Dyslexia Awareness Month, but keep in mind these books are not for dyslexic kids, they're for the general ed kids. But I want to show you how this program works. So I'm going to share my screen. Now, letter H is book number 12, and it starts with hat. And you always want to have your child outline the letter H. Huh. Lowercase, huh. And it's funny, some people might make their H like this, but we like to practice line, line, and connect it like a ladder, and then a line and a hump for the H, okay? So this is book 12. I taught this today, and it got me so excited because I finally got to use the pop-ups. Well, not finally. I am just refamiliarizing myself with these books as I'm sharing them with you. So this little guy has a little tail, and one of the pop-ups, pop-up number, so we have these cards, pop-up cards. This is I think this is from card, oh, I don't know what card it's from, but there's 6 pop-up cards, and you could see that this little face goes to this little boy. And then there's a pop-up for this little girl wearing a chicken or a rooster or a hen outfit, and she has a little head that your child can cut out, and you're going to make a little slash in there. And then the last one is this little guy has a bushy tail. And look at here, there's a horse. That's going to be his mask. And I could see this as being really fun as the kids are getting ready for Halloween. I don't like the scary costumes. I just like the fun, sweet costumes. And anyway, that's how we use the pop-ups. I'm going to show you next. We have the writing page, and this is so I'm going to back up a little bit for H. Or I skipped the line. I skipped the page. Sorry about that. So these are the words that start with huh, or they don't start with huh. So does hippopotamus start with huh? Yes. Does hat start with huh? Yes. Does hose start with huh? Yes. So this could be a listening exercise. There's actually instructions in the back of the book that's going to explain how to do this page. Sometimes the author wants the student to circle the picture that starts with huh. So you can go through all those words, have the child repeat it. Learning is multisensory, so speaking actually stimulates a special part of the brain. Hamburger, helicopter, house, rabbit would not be circled, grapes would not be circled. Then I have the students write. Now, with my students, I also like to take out the whiteboard because I actually work with mod severe kiddos, and they're not really writing right now, but they definitely can learn vocabulary. They can learn beginning, middle, and ending sounds. So I use a whiteboard. Now remember to talk about the red, the yellow, and the green. That corresponds to the bottom line, the top, middle, and bottom lines. Then we have our lowercase h. And at the bottom, your child or children will do both. And give a little star. Have your aides walk around the room. And if the student is doing well, give them a little star. So I love this. Pleasant, you're such a genius. I love how she does this because the word the is an article, and it's either a or the, right? So the goes with a noun. Now, if it's the beginning of a sentence, we use a capital T. And if it's at the beginning of if it's in the middle of a word, then it's going to have a lowercase t. And this is called a digraph. We have 2 letters that make one sound. Might be too much information right now, but as a teacher, you should know that. Kids don't need to know that. The tag, the flag, the sled, the cat, the dog, the hat, the hog, the log. So the interesting thing is, if I had a bunch of pens, I would say, pick a pen, okay? Pick another pen, okay? But if I said, pick the red pen, then they pick this one. Pick the blue pen. The is a very specific article, whereas isn't, okay? So you see how there's a couple different lessons a student is learning with each page. Here, you're going to want to have a list of words that start with H. And then there used to be a tape in the olden days, 25 years ago, there was a tape and the student would circle the H if the word started with like house. What if I said the word mouse? I would put an X over this one. It does not start with H. What if I said home? Yes, circle that. What if I said Rome? Nope, that does not start with the H. What if I said hip? Yes, that starts with a H. What if I said lip? Nope, that does not start with a H. So then another thing, teachers, put on your acting voices. I want you to go boing, 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 boing. Or the elephant. Okay, two sounds. Circle the animal that says so your student or your child would circle the elephant. This cow has a bell. The cow can go moo, or the bell could ring, and the horse gallop, 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 gallop. I bet you have some great sounds, okay? So let your student know the sound of both. Then ask them, circle the sound of ding, ding, jing, jing, ding, ding. You're going to circle the cow with the bell. You're going to do the same thing with the snail and the grasshopper. You can't hear either of those, but you could say one slides and one jumps. Circle the insect that jumps, and they'll circle that. Hippopotamus and a fish both swim in the water, but hippopotamus doesn't go underwater all the time, but the fish breathes underwater and needs the water all the time. So circle the picture of what, I want to just say what animal needs water all the time, fish. And then you're gonna, the book recommends making a fire truck or making a sound of an ambulance and having the child draw what you're making the sound for. Then this is a real fun cutout page. The hog is fat. You're showing the child the capital T for the hat is odd, the egg is hot, Ed has a hot dog, Ted hid the gift. Here we have the again. The log fell off the cliff. You're going to have the child cut out these strips, and it helps if you have instructional aids in the classroom. And you're going to have them glue it, get your glue stick, and put a line on here, and then put the piece on top, rather than gluing this. When you try to glue these, it gets the kids' hands all messy. So I like to put a line here of a glue stick and put that. So what's really interesting, this is learned as a pig, right? But we also call it a hog. So kids are learning synonyms on this page. A pig is a hog. And then familiarity, here's that elephant with the long nose. On the lesson for lesson 11, if you haven't listened to it yet, for E, the nose is short on the elephant and it gets stretched out by the alligator, which is a funny story. And here there's more familiarity with previous lessons, kangaroo, and here we have the elephant, and we have grasshopper and snail. These are all, it builds on prior knowledge, which I love. So this is kind of cute. They call this an odd hat because there's flowers in her hair, but there's a bird on top of the hat. So it's odd. Next, the next page is very cool. You have costumes and you're going to have the child put a line to the right hat. So this is a cowboy lion. He's going to match this hat. And then we have the police officer dog is going to have the police hat. And you know the construction worker has a hard hat. We have the clown has a funny clown hat. The nurse mouse has a nurse hat. And the fireman dog, they should have a Dalmatian, right? Has the fireman hat. The next page, you're going to tell the child what the word is. So we're going to spell hill. They need to know to draw the letter H. Spell the word log. They're going to put the U. What letter do you need for leg? Put the L. What letter do you need for hog? Huh. So they learned, hey, the hog, right? The pig. Spell the word cat, K. Put the letter for K. And then you could say caught, because they learned caught. So putting the C there is going to be review. Or you could say hot. Huh. Hot and hat. So you're going to write whatever word you don't put here, you could put here. So let's put bat. B-A-T. Have them write that out. Or you could put bat down here. Sorry about that. Put the bat down here and put log up here. Okay, so if this is hog, put log. If this is log, put hog, because we're getting them to practice back and forth with the alphabet. So Ted has a hat. Tig gets Ted's hat. Now notice the Ted, help the child's memory with teddy bear. Ted and teddy bear. Tig for tiger or Tigger. Okay, so Tig, the kids, you're going to have some comprehension questions on the next pages. Tig hid the hat. Ed has Ted's hat. Did the hat fit Ed? So just, here's a question. So you have to put a question mark, introducing punctuation to the child. Now here's some more of the story. Ed slid. So it's E for elephant. That's why she names him Ed. E for elephant. Ed slid. Ted's hat fell. Doll slid. Doll hit the hat. Ted's hat is flat. Ted's hat is flat. There's a little, see, with dyslexic kids, you wouldn't throw this in right away. There's a lot you wouldn't do for dyslexic kids. General ed kids are learning a lot of concepts. At last, Ted has his hat. Ted's hat is odd. Ted is sad. See the sad face? Why is the hat odd? I think because it has a flag on it. And over here, Ted left his hat. Ted has the flag. Ted is glad. So we see a smiley face and we see the sad face. Your general ed kiddos are learning all that. The next page we have Ted. Here's our comprehension. Ted. See how it's capitalized? We have hat, lowercase h, but the child's going to spell the whole word. Remember what his name is? Tig. So it's uppercase again. Ed. And we have doll. And we have flag. Now look at here. The F is missing and the G is missing. So that's a little higher level for your child. Then we're going to connect the line to the picture, the word, the sentence. Ted has his hat. Ted has his hat. If you want to look through them all first, Tig hid Ted's hat. Doll hits Ted's hat. Ed has Ted's hat. Ted's hat is odd. Ted has the flag. So it doesn't matter what order you put these in. You could connect this very quickly. Ted has the hat. So Ted has his hat. You see the difference of this Ted? Tiger has his hat. If you have, this one has a hat and this one has a hat. So let's see what the difference is. Tig hid the hat over here. Doll hits Ted's hat up here, falls on it. Ed has Ted's hat. Where's Eddie the elephant? Okay. Ted's hat is odd. It's odd because he has a flag. So that's going to be this one because Ted has the flag over here. So this is going to be the one. Ted has his hat. Let me see. Ted's hat is odd. Ted has his hat. He has his hat, but he's sad, right? So let's go to the next page. Here's an opportunity for your child to draw their face. And then, what's your child's name? Billy has the hat. You could help your child spell his name. Now, this is one thing I wanted to point out. I don't know if you have a library of nursery rhymes or little fairy tales, but I got this book I want to show you. Favorite bedtime tales. They don't necessarily have to be read at bedtime, but here's the story of the hen. You guys remember this when you were young? The hen wanted help planting the seed. The cat and the pig and the mouse are all sleeping. She wants help planting. She wants help planting. Nobody's helping her. Then she wants help watering it to make it grow. Then she wants help. They're all sleeping. Then she wants help harvesting it because it's ready. Nobody wants to help her. Then she makes the flour. And then she wants help to bake. Nobody wants to help her. But they're all too busy, right? Too busy. Then, oh, it smells so good. Who wants to help her eat it? Everybody wants to help eat it. But she said, no, you didn't help, so you don't get to eat it. That is a wonderful nursery rhyme or story to tell. These are so adorable. Little Red Hen. So when you are in this workbook, you have to know your stories, okay? Your fairy tales. Here's the Little Red Hen. So here you tell the story because we don't have the tapes anymore. Maybe one day I'll record the stories. But here we have the little chicks are going to help. But these guys are way too busy. And they, instead of a mouse, they have a goose. So here she says, who's going to help me plant the seed? And nobody wants to help her. Well, let's see something here. Here's the planting the seed. So nobody wants to help her. And they're all too busy, but her little chicks are up there. Then the seed is planted. Oh, you know what? It's harvested. Okay, they don't help her. Then they carry it to the house. So she takes it to the house and she starts mixing it to make her bread. And they're all still too tired, not helping. Then we have, it's all ready. It's all baked and it smells delicious. They all come running. But look at here, her little chicks are here. And her little chicks get to stay and help her eat. And the other animals have to go away. So then you have your last page of comprehension. This is how these books are structured and systematic. They're sequential. There's the comprehensions at the very end. And so we need to teach children what does not match the story, okay? So what does not fit in this story? You have the cat, the goose, or the duck. I would say goose. We have a raccoon and a pig. What does not fit in the story? This one does not fit in the story, okay? Then we have, okay, so what fits in the story? Were they flowers? Were they plants, or was it grain and wheat? So your child should circle grain and wheat. So now this is an interesting situation. These all were in the story. So ask your child, what came first? In fact, all these three, what came first? Was harvesting first? Was carrying it to the house next first? Or was stirring it up first? So they're going to go, this was first, that was second, that was third. So first, second, third. Students are going to learn sequences, first, second, third. Okay, so what happened first here? You have harvesting, planting the seed, or stirring the seed. What happened first? This happened first. Okay, so it shows different sequences will have different firsts, right? What was first? Bringing the grain home, cutting the bread to eat it, or stirring it? This one was first. They had to bring the grain home. And you're going to see how your students are comprehending the little story they read and how their memories are, okay? This is to help develop memory. And isn't this fun? Finally, you could say, who got to eat the bread because they were helpful? And your kids are going to circle the chicken, the little chicks. Okay. Again, the instructions are here. I'm actually helping them with some of their instructions. Let me stop my share. So isn't that fun? This is what makes reading fun. This is what got me interested in teaching little kids. So I'm Dr. Marianne Cintron. My website is dyslexia-solutions.com. You can scroll to the bottom of the homepage and find how to purchase these books. And I do recommend you purchase them and copy the cutout cards right away so that you can place these in the books so you know ahead of time. And even go ahead, look at what nursery rhymes or nursery rhymes or stories are being told, because there might be some you don't know. And so you'll want to research it, Google it, find out how you tell that story. Okay. So if what you have learned today is new and you liked it, please click like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you'd like to make a donation, we are a nonprofit. I give this information free to you to help all the thousands of kids out there that need help and to help teachers. So hope this has blessed you. Write in the comments and reach out to me. Bye-bye now.